What is going on, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day and a good week. I know we have had a fantastic week as a community here, guys. Shout out everybody who's been in here all week. We are 4-0, I believe, on the week. 4 straight wins. Let's just take a minute to look at the USD JPY trade again. I was It's static. Is it any better now? Sydney, good to see you. Good to see you. It shouldn't be static. Am I staticky for anyone else? Hopefully not. But anyway, I mean, it's somewhat near my computer, but there's no background noise when I stop talking. Maybe there is. Huh. That's not normal. Staticky. Huh, that's weird. Hold on one second. Never had to do that before. Sorry, guys. I never had to do that before. No, it's not. It's selected to my Raisin Mini mic. I know it. I just got to figure it out. All right, that should be better now. I think we fixed it. Let me know. Let me know if that's better. But anyway, looking at our USD JPY chart from yesterday, uh, this is pretty wild. So from entry all the way down to the bottom, 324 pips. Yes. 324 pips, guys. That is a pretty damn good trade right there. Salem, what's going on, man? Mission Crowny, Sydney, everybody back in here. Appreciate you guys joining. See if I can hear it on mine. We shall see. We shall see. I know what I'll do. I got you. Hold on. We got it. Hold on. I closed 100% down at the bottom of this. I did not leave a runner all the way down there. All right, is that any better, guys? What's up, Aloha? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. That should be better, guys. Yeah? Yes? No? Let me know. Adam Cross, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome, guys. I will be honest with you guys. I looked at Andrew Moon's What's Up. I don't know why. It's coming straight off of this microphone, the mini mic one, right here. All right, let's see. Is that any better? No, I think I just deleted the mic and added it, so that should have fixed it. Because I don't see anything else. Some Slick Rick. Yeah, I do have 2 live streams going. Yeah, it should have fixed it. I just deleted it and added it. But yes, I have 2 live streams, a horizontal and a vertical. Horizontal and a vertical stream. Yeah, dual stream. So if you're on your computer, you can have a better view of the entire screen. But if you're on your phone, you are able to also see it pretty easily as well. So yeah, you dual stream. It's very important. Very important. So I've been looking at the charts, guys, and based on what I'm seeing, there's only a couple trades that look all right. One of them being Euro CHF. So we had the break of structure here. Again, this was the extremely low lows. This was actually the lowest the chart's been in the history of this chart. And yeah, we can get to Bitcoin in a little bit. We're going to go over our foreign exchange pairs first, but I can certainly get to Bitcoin in a little bit here. So again, we had our break of structure right here, guys. Super important. And then we tested a key level right here. So the key level is obviously this area. Retest, retest, retest. It broke it down here, and this was our break of structure, and we've retested it over several hours now. We're on the hour chart right here. We've retested it, broken, retested for now going on 10 hours. So in terms of the technicals, we're looking at pretty much buys on the hour and down. To me, it looks like a good buy. Our levels would be pretty much the top of this. So your levels on this chart would be the top of this zone first, so 13 pips. Your next would be 25. The following would be 45. Your last would be the top up here. I would need to see us break probably the highs, though, before doing that. Even going down to the 15. It looks like we've rejected the EMA ribbon in the zone here pretty strongly. This is our support. So we've rejected this area pretty good, which is a good sign. But we've seen this chart in this pattern before, and sometimes it does like to double top. So we just trade the same strategy over and over again, Phantom. So I would just listen to the breakdown of how we break down our strategy here, and then you can make that decision for yourself. But we don't really just jump straight into trades. I'd rather you understand the system before you jump into a trade. But 30 USDT is, you know, you got to be careful with that amount of money. So Euro JPY, obviously our one with the most amount of volume in this session, pretty much almost every single time, has been falling for hours, if not days. Been falling for 1 day and 16 hours. We're going on 2 days. I did work on Wall Street. Yeah, it was wild. Partially, and then I was also in underwriting. But yes, I worked at Merrill Lynch for a time, and then I also worked at a hedge fund for a time. So again, going back to this, we have a pretty strong support here, guys. You've got 1, 2, 3, pretty strong points here where it's rejected and gone back up. We saw an obviously massive downturn here. It doesn't necessarily meet our rules here because we would need to see closure above the EMA ribbon. You could probably catch some pips upward. But like I said, we really trade the same rules over and over again. So this wouldn't really meet it. But again, you've got the most volume here. Euro CHF we just went over. NZD USD. So NZD USD on the hour looks like it's going to drop. If we take a look at this hour chart here, we've had some resistance up here. We've had certainly some resistance in this area. And it looks like we're getting a candle closure that could possibly be underneath the EMA ribbon here, which is also a really good sign. That's step 2 of taking a trade for us, as you guys all know. Yeah, the JPY pairs, all of them are reversing, and you could certainly get in and make some money there. But again, it doesn't meet my rules. And I don't break my rules. That's one of the really important things that I stress on this stream all the time. You know, Chandra, what's going on? Chandra. Dynix Fourth, what's up, man? What made me leave? The hours. Stress and hours. Was not enjoying myself. USD JPY starting to drive up. Every JPY pair is retracing. And coming back up. It's not to say it doesn't keep dropping, because if you look here, Jose, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you. Retracement for 4 hours, retracement for a couple hours. Typically, once it gets to the previous high, it rejects it and comes back down. It rejects it and comes back down. We want to see a complete break of structure before we got into anything. So the break of structure would make the EMA ribbon flip. Insane on Bitcoin, huh? Nice. Nope, I'm not funded. I trade my own. No, this is not MetaTrader. This is TradingView. I don't trade funded accounts. I trade my own money. I see no reason to trade funded accounts. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cole, what's up, man? How you doing? So the rules for us are very simple. You have to have a reversal at a key zone here. So reversal at a key zone, reversal at a key zone. One of these two. You need to have a full candle closure below an EMA ribbon. You need to have a fair value gap created and a trend confirmed. That's our rules. That's it. That is the only thing we trade. That system over and over and over and over again. That's it. If you can trade that over and over again and become profitable, that's the way to do it. Yeah, Piggy Man, it's definitely on a downtrend. Like I said, each time we got to the previous high, it's rejected. It's rejected. So this is just looking at market structure here. You get a little bit, you get some downturn, then you get a little retracement. You get some downturn, then you get a little retracement. And typically it's back up to that previous high. So we can certainly tell that we're in a downtrend overall. Yeah, no problem, Cole. In tune, this is my personal indicator. But essentially EMA ribbons, fair value gaps, and then it uses those rules that we just went over to print whether it's a buy or a sell signal. GBP USD, yeah, it looks like it's going to drop. So this was my favorite chart of the night so far on GBP. Yeah, there's definitely patterns. But yeah, looking at GBP USD, if we can break this low right here, which it looks like we're going to, we could get in shorts for possibly 25 pips. But again, you have a pretty strong area of resistance over here. This is where you consolidated for almost 2 days and 20 hours. So with that in mind, yes, this is the zone down here. This is certainly the zone down here. But you're going to want to be wary of that area because this is when it's rejected before. But I do like sells on this chart. Again, would want to see it break these lows, possibly break them and retest them. But it is a decent looking chart. Like I said, out of all the charts that I looked at, this is probably the best looking chart. It looks like you're going to finish off this measuring move here and come down to at least this zone. You really could put the zone even further down to the bottom of these. But, you know, it's really kind of, again, it's a zone. It's this whole area. But the bottom of the candles is right there. And that finishing off, ideally, 23, 24 pips. That's personally where I'd like to see it. But yeah, again, we don't just jump into trades. I'd like to wait and see, have this print some more information, give us a little more information of what it's doing, ensure it's not a wick. So there's a couple things that we want to see first before jumping into it, and that's really important. You don't want to, you know, risk jumping into a fake out or something like that. It certainly can happen, but you know, it's important to note that. Nice. $303 from yesterday's trade. Awesome. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. It's been a pretty good week for us overall, to be quite honest with you. It's been a really good week. I don't remember which one we traded yesterday. What was it? Was it Euro JPY? No, it was USD JPR. It was USD JPY yesterday. It happens, man. Everybody has good weeks and bad weeks. Again, we trade a very strict system here. So like it's not like we're, trying something new. This has been working for a long time. This indicator is my personal indicator. It's the Matt strategy, trading with Matt. You can see right here. It shows all my rules right here, what we're waiting for, what we need to see, and then the last signal. But this is mine. Was it GBP AUD yesterday? Oh yeah, it was GBP AUD. You're right. You're right. USD JPY was 2 days ago. Looks like Euro USD's dropping too. Who said something about Isaac? That was Isaac, right? Yeah, so your next zone is down here. Let's take a look at the hour real quick. Yeah, this rejected hard. This looks like a really good sell. There's just no volume on it. There's no volume on it. But this thing's going to drop. 4 hours coming into the EMA ribbon where it rejected right here. So you could expect to see 12 to 13 pips, but it's going to test this fair value gap again before it breaks through. Not sure if that's something I want to be a part of with this little amount of volume. Light, this is the foreign exchange market. That's what we're trading right now. We're looking at Euro USD. We're evaluating a couple pairs as we speak on a technical analysis basis. Chev, how do you start? Learn price action and market structure. Price action trading and market structure. If you're interested in learning that, just click the playlist on my YouTube called How to Day Trade. It certainly can help you out. I don't trust the JPY pairs. So I know you guys were seeing reversals like we talked about. I don't trust them. I don't trust them to not come up here and reverse. It's all right, Phantom. You got it. Appreciate it, Light. I don't trust any of the JPY pairs. Benny, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I'm going to move Euro CHF up here. There's really only two charts that I could see us getting in tonight. The rest of them are kind of nasty. There's a lot of chop going on. And you have to remember, too, that this morning that we had an extreme amount of news this morning. This morning you had some serious news in the U.S. market. You had average hourly earnings month over month. You had non-farm employment, which is NFP day, which is huge impact on the market. You also had unemployment rate. So a lot of movement, and a lot of times you get market correction after that. So price action's a little choppy on days like today. What was your question there? Audiobook. Hey, just curious, 16, studying the market, peer trading for a while. I started trading at 17, just to give you an idea. I started trading at 17 years old. So, I mean, I don't think there's a bad time to start trading. But I believe you have to be 18 to open an account. I'm not sure. I remember using my dad's, like asking him, hey, can you open an account for me when I was 17? I think 18 I opened my own. NFP was insane. What time frames? Yeah, and New York session's torture, guys. You're 100% right. I agree with you guys all. That's why I don't trade it. Yeah, trust me, trading. But we analyze on the 4 hour and execute on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. Most of our analyzing is done on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, though. That's crucial in my opinion. Getting an overall view of what the charts are is really important. What's up, Zachary Alexander? How you doing? What's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. If you're just tuning in, guys, again, we trade the foreign exchange markets, and we go live every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are looking to continue to tune in, it can certainly help you out. This is what we do. OZ from Istanbul, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'll figure it out. Do I know how to develop games? No, I have no idea how to develop games. The pair we're looking at is GBP USD and Euro CHF. Those are the only two pairs that I'm looking at right now. Everything else, very, very choppy. And again, last time we had NFP news, the market was very choppy that night as well. So again, yeah, we're only looking at two. I typically don't swing trade. I wouldn't call it swing trading. Our average trade is between 4 and 7 hours. More recently this week, we've been having some shorter trades that within an hour to an hour and a half. So it really just depends what the market gives us, but we mark up our charts on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and then see what the market structure looks like, what price action looks like. Nice, man. Looks like Face of Antiquity doesn't like my indicator. I don't know if he knows that it's mine personally based off my rules, but that's okay. I understand, man. Not everybody likes it. I get it. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Again, we're looking at some good pairs here, but we're going to need to see more confirmation before we get into any of these trays. Yeah, it's insane. And that one night we had 10K views. Mark Relf from Australia, what's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, that stream on, what was it? February 8th had 9,234. Yeah, it's popping off, though. The only way you'd have my indicator is if you bought access to it. That's the only way you'd have it. But again, we just teach the same rules that the indicator uses. So like each live stream. Yeah, you're more than welcome to, Quincy. Yeah, the Discord link is pinned in the comments. If you go to the pinned comments right there. Or here, actually, I got you. It'll come up in a second here. Yeah, I know, it's tough. It's tough. Like, a lot of people just think it's so easy once you mark up a chart to get in a trade. It's like, no, you gotta wait, man. You gotta wait. There are several trades this week that we watched where if we would have jumped in right away, we would have got taken out. And that's why we wait. I mean, I preach it all the time. Typically on these streams, it's an hour and 15 to an hour and 25 minutes before we get into a trade. That's because we're analyzing. We think the market direction is going one way, and it typically does. And then we wait for it to do what we want it to do. And typically that's a rejection of an already pre-existing fair value gap. And then obviously the EMA ribbon candle closure completely above or below. It's just something that we followed and it worked. How do you get the indicator? It's on my website. God's E3740, what's going on, man? How are you? What's going on, guys? Again, hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, you have to wait. I mean, if you just jumped in at every buy or sell signal that you see or you think you see, I mean, everyone's going to go broke real quick. Take what the market gives you. Official Sammy from Nigeria. Nice. Welcome. Appreciate you joining. In terms of what accounts do I use? What do you mean? The yellow bars are our support and resistance zones. No, I don't trade crypto. I just trade foreign exchange. All right, Vision. Yeah, we don't trade that, but I appreciate the insight. Just trade foreign exchange markets. This trading platform right here is called TradingView. This is called TradingView. This is the best platform to mark your charts up, by far. This is called TradingView, but I execute all my trades on liquid brokers. If you want to get started, I would just suggest watching the streams or going to the playlist on my YouTube called How to Day Trade. Watch some videos on it. My advice to you is just make sure that it doesn't have to be me. You can find anybody that you want, but stick with one strategy. Don't hop around to different YouTube channels trying to find different strategies. This is my indicator there, crypto covered. This is my indicator that I had coded for me. Head back to the 1 hour here. Actually, I really do want to look at the 15, see what's going on. We're just bouncing on this line here, and ideally what we have... That was ugly. Yeah, liquid brokers. Liquid brokers is what it's called. Mark from Australia, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, you can certainly get in the Discord. You don't need to drop your contact here. Just get in the Discord. It's free, guys. The comment is pinned. Again, guys, we are watching two pairs. We're watching Euro CHF and we're watching GBP USD. Bull pennant. There's a difference between a bull pennant and a bull flag. A flag would be like this. Pennant is like this, where we're coming to... We'd want to see it break above this, break and retest, and then go. But this is on the 15-minute chart. So obviously we had our break of structure right here, and then we have our new support right here that was acting as a resistance over here. So now that we've analyzed the chart and we've marked out our potential zones, this is when we need to wait for confirmation. And this is the part I was talking about when we wait. We don't just hop in a trade because we have a couple of the rules. We need to have every single rule. All four of them need to happen in order for us to get in the trade. And I know that it differs from other strategies, but this is just the way I've done it for a long time, and it works. It's not fun to wait, though. Somebody wanted me to analyze Bitcoin, didn't they? Boy, Bitcoin is just, it's continuing to drop. Well, on the 4 hour, we got a sell signal right there. I think you're going to see this zone. I think you're going to see this bottom zone, unfortunately. I think we might see 56K this week. You know what I mean, guys? I mean, it's just, that's the way it's looking. You had a break and a retest, too. Like, look at this retested zone. It just confirmed the downtrend. This resistance is holding very strong. It's been holding for 7 days, an entire week. Holding below a zone for that long is certainly a trend of a bearish chart. Certainly indicative of a bearish chart. And when I see a bearish chart, I certainly am not going to buy against it. Unless, again, key levels and you're holding long term. So like, let's go to the week chart here. If you saw Bitcoin get to this area, this is the week chart. So each candle here is a week, right? This zone is going back to Monday, March 4th of 2024. That would be the lowest low it's been at in 707 days. Yeah, I think it's a 55 range. Yeah, that's why I don't trade them. I just had somebody ask if they wanted me to analyze Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin though. Appreciate your input there, private libraries. The yellow lines are not an indicator. The yellow lines right here, the yellow zones, I personally draw on the chart. And that's just by analyzing on the 4 hour and the day chart. Trend is our friend. You're correct there. And thank you, Crypto. Crypto covered. Thanks, man. But yeah, this is a tough part about trading, guys. We really only have 2 charts that we like. And we're just waiting on them. CAD JPY could sell off. Bullish engulfing with a fair value gap going this way. Again, looks like it would probably retest this zone before it rejected and came back down. So without wanting to hold any drawdown there, we'd probably want to wait for this area right there before we got in anything for it to retest this. Not to say it's not just going to drop, since it has not. This is where it's kind of been, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. And then Euro USD completely reversed, guys. So Euro USD, we were looking at a sell to possibly down here. Yeah, there's nothing better than closing a trade in profit. There's no better feeling than that. I agree with you there. But this this chart completely went the opposite way. It looked like it was going to come down here, and it was a big red bearish candle, and now it's completely reversed. So again, going back to why we wait for our confirmations, this is why. If you would have gotten a sell right here, you'd be sitting in 10 pips drawdown already. Not that 10 pips is a lot, but certainly not something you want to hold for a while. USD JPY looks like it's continuing down. Could go for another 100 pips to see the 152 area. Jake Willer, this is the 4 hour. We're analyzing on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. We'll reference the day chart just for the overall trend, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 15 minute is the only time frames that I trade on. Even again, looking at the 1 hour here, guys, it's the same stuff that you see over and over again. There was your previous low. We retraced to it. It went down. This is changed. This is broke the low, came down, retested. Now do we think it's going to keep going down? Time will tell based off what kind of candles we get here moving forward. If you go down to the 15-minute, and this is certainly worth mentioning, guys. So if you look at the NFP candle from today, how many pips do you think it went for, guys? How many pips do you think the NFP candle went for both ways? I'll tell you how many. Enough to blow your account. 182 pips. That was a news candle. And people think you can trade that with confidence and predict that. If you had a buy stop and a sell stop, right? If you had one here, let's just call it down here more. If you had a buy stop and a sell stop here and here, you would have been wicked out of both of them and hit both your stop losses if you would have traded this. Brutal. It is a brutal candle. Yeah, FU candles. That's exactly what they are. They just take out your entire life. Yes, I do teach classes. I stream for free live every Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go over our charts in depth, answer questions, go over charts that people ask me to go over. But I also teach my strategy in a group setting like this, and as well as off of YouTube. But that's more information for that is on my website if you wanted to get that. Yeah, price is correcting the massive sell-off. It's essentially what it is, but the key point here is that you still have lower highs and lower lows, barring that massive candle. So you're still on a downtrend. Your overall No, I'm not scalping, Vic. I'm not scalping. We're looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour to just get the overall movement of the chart. Yep, mine's free too, Blueprints. Yeah, take care, brother. Have a great day. GBP USD. It's reversing right now. That's the problem. We'd want to see it reject this area up here. Like you'd want to see it reject this area right here. So this is where the rejection would be. But your target is going to be 135,900. 135,600 area. I trade pretty much most foreign currencies, foreign exchange currencies. Most of them are the major ones, though. Like the major pairs. Just because I think I like the price action and the market structure of them better. What candlestick? These are just normal candles. These are just normal candles. Versace 1804. Am I dead with Lyft? Are you trading Lyft like the actual stock? Oh boy. What a dump off that was. What a gap down to open on the day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So here's the deal with Lyft here, man. If you reject the $13 area If you reject the $13 area, you could be all right. But if it breaks the $13 area, your next zone is $9 to $10. That's a scary place to be. The gap down's really weird. I wonder what caused that. There must have been a catalyst or something. I do not trade gold. Soyo Jesse, I do not trade gold at all. Yeah, I would. This gap down is very concerning for a stock. Like a stock to gap down like that is typically not a good thing. And I don't know what caused that. I don't, like I said, I don't trade stocks like this. I trade foreign exchange markets. Oh, earnings on lift is what it was? Yeah, no problem there, Versace. So earnings was down. That makes sense. Samuel Piccola. This is my indicator. If you see it says Matt strategy up here, it's the trading with Matt indicator. What time frame do I like, Ty? Like I said, we mark up the mark up on the 4-hour, analyze on the 1-hour, and the 15-minute. It's typically where we're at with that. I did not watch the Super Bowl. Jerry Maguire of trading underperformed market expectations. Yeah, that's what happens when earnings is down. Yeah, 100% agreed there. AUD CAD is what you want me to check? Let's take a look here. AUD CAD's moving. What does the 4-hour look like? See, where's the next zone, though, is key to look at. Okay, so your next zone on AUD CAD, because you want to see realistically where can this thing go, right? There's your next zone. So if we drop back to our 4-hour candle here, your next zone pretty much with no... Your next zone is really 73 pips away, and it can certainly go there. Again, I like to look historically. So historically, the last time it was there, or even this high, but the last time it was up here was Monday, the 26th of April in 2021. Thank you, Soyo Jesse. I appreciate that. 2021. So yes, you did have a strong day yesterday. Pretty much almost bullish engulfing candle with a fair value gap created and a wick down to, at least test some selling pressure. But buyers are in control right now, 100%. We actually got a buy signal right here. This meets all of our criteria to take a trade. And I'm going to go over what that criteria is really quick here for you guys. I'm going to go over that criteria real quick here. So we have a reversal at a key zone, right? That's rule number 1. Reversal at a key zone. After the reversal at a key zone, we have a full candle closure above the EMA ribbon. That's why it gave us a buy signal. Again, this trade signal, this indicator follows my exact rules that I'm telling you right now. This fair value gap was created. It gave us another buy signal. The one before was right here. That's why we're getting buy signals here. So we've met every criteria, and it's obviously a confirmed uptrend. So we have 4 confirmations there that would label this as a buy. The only thing I would want to see is it to break this and retest it before it goes, just to make sure that this zone is indeed valid and this isn't the height of it just dropping back off to retest this zone. Cole, I don't trade gold because it uses a lot of your account and it's very unpredictable. There is no market structure to gold. Yeah, break and hold the highs essentially, but break and retest is how I word it. Yep, break and hold the highs. And again, it's just because I rather err on the cautious side. Yes, can you probably catch, some pips up this way, 20, 30 pips? You certainly could. It could just keep going. But we need a little more information to get that answer. And even going down to the 15-minute, it looks like if we get a bullish fair value gap, which it's telling us right here, this is what we're waiting for. If we get a bull FVG on the next candle after this with a break, you could wait to get in a buy. You could get in a buy. But again, I wouldn't be in it yet. Now, we already went over Bitcoin tonight. Bitcoin, in my opinion, no, volume. I use volume on the side right here. Volume's right here. I just look at the volume. And the volume down here. Oh, well, I actually did have it. I don't know where it went. No, I don't care about that. I just care about the number on the side. Yep. Every time frame. Every single time frame, I need those confirmations to take a trade. Yes, sir. I just don't use volume bars themselves. Like at the bottom of the chart, you'll see some people have like red and green bars down here. Yeah, I use just cumulative volume. That's really it. That's all I care about. I don't care about the trading bars at the bottom. That's kind of BS in my opinion, personally. But again, everybody has different ways to trade. So, like I told you guys from the beginning, I'll never shit on someone else's trading strategy. If you're profitable, you're profitable. Got no room for hate in this industry. You're about to get a 15-minute candle here in 2 minutes, though. There is not a lot of volume on this pair, though. I will tell you that. There is not a lot of volume on this pair. So the EMAs, again, this is my strategy here, but it's the 20 through the 50 day in 5-day increments. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 30, 40, 45, and 50. Yeah, I don't really care much about that kind of volume on the bottom. Like I said, it's not something that I can rely on. Oh yeah, everyone loves Bitcoin. Everyone loves it. It's the newest thing. Everyone's the most interested in it, and I get it. It certainly is interesting. To me, it's not reliable to trade like the foreign exchange market is, where I have a market I can reference back to 20 years ago and say, okay, this has not been this high since this time. Like we can go and look at the week chart here and see that AUD CAD has been rising for literally what, 3 months straight. You know what I mean? We can take a look at that. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. I had Bitcoin when it was at 9,000 and I got rid of it at 11,000. I had 4 coins. Gosh, not good. No, I don't have a Ferrari. I already drive my dream car, and I think I addressed this in a different stream, but I have no reason to drive one. I've been in them. I've been in Lamborghinis. I've driven a Lamborghini a couple times. I have a friend with one. They're uncomfortable, and they are terrible under 60 mile an hour. Under 60 miles an hour, they're terrible. I got a pretty sick Jeep Gladiator that I like a lot. Yeah, you can scalp with this indicator. So it has a setting where you can click show the right here. You click show multi time frame, and it's going to add a lot more buy and sell signals. You see that? How it just added a lot more. That's good for like scalping on like the 15-minute, scalping on the 10-minute. I personally don't like using the multi-time frame. I like using the actual time. auto switch to the current time frame you're on. It's a lot cleaner, and the moves are cleaner. But yeah, you can get it on my website, tradingwithmatt.ai. You can get access to it there. That's the only place you can get it. I'm 32 years old. I started trading when I was 17. So I've been trading for 15 years. I bought the Gladiator brand new in 2023. Yeah, 2023. You did the math earlier? Jose's got it down. He already knew. He already knew. Yeah, it works on everything. Um, I wouldn't say I'm either. I would say I'm right in between that, which is classified as a day trader. Like I was saying earlier, most of our trades are within 4 to 7 hours is our average profit. Our last two trades, I believe, were less than 2 to 3 hours. So I can actually tell you exactly. Let's see, VIP signals. So yesterday we shorted GBP AUD at 7:43 p.m. We smacked TPP for 20 pips at exactly 8:43 p.m. 1 hour later. So exactly 1 hour later. So yesterday's trade was an hour for 27 pips. And obviously, depending on your account size, a pip is going to be of different value. It's not a high tow rate. It's the max that you could get for a Gladiator. I can tow 7,000. It's nothing compared to your 2,500 or 3,500, whatever you said you had. I don't really use it to tow. I use it to go to the beach because you can drive on the beach in Florida where I live. You can just pull into a spot, put the bed down, throw the Bluetooth speaker on. Got a little Yeti, or not a little, it's a big Yeti. The back of the truck. Hang out at the beach, do a little surfing, do a little skimboarding, play a little paddleball, have a couple beers. It's a good time. It's a good time. Profitable trader was Miguel's answer. When I first started trading, I think I started with right around $1,000, and I quickly lost that. I would say for the first 5 years of trading, I lost and made money on a consistent basis, to where I was pretty much either breaking even or losing money on the week. AACA, what's going on? How are you? Like I said, it's not really quick. Like, there are stages of trading. But no, I don't trade the mornings. $2,500 HD, that's what I thought. I don't know trade by side. No, I don't know who that is. This is AUD CAD. This is not my favorite trade of the night. We were still looking at Euro CHF as well as GBP USD, but I'm not liking the market structure at all of them. So AUD CAD is probably the best option out at the moment. But again, we're going to want to wait to see how the hour closes and see if we get anything printed that we're looking for. No, Jcash, don't know who that is either. I don't. To be honest with you guys, I don't really pay attention to other streamers. Like, I'm pretty focused on my own trading. So, you know, obviously I stream for you guys 5 days a week, but I don't really focus on other. I mean, this is an index, but nah, I don't trade crypto. There's no market structure to this. What is going on here? If you type in S&P 500, SPX 500 cash, S&P 500 right here, I just don't enjoy this. There's nothing I enjoy about this at all. Yeah, I'm not even looking at that. Nothing I enjoy about that. Obviously not, no. But yeah, I just don't like, I don't like crypto trading on a daily basis. I mean, you can look at the S&P if you'd like. Again, the S&P 500 itself right here on S&P DJI. You can look at the CFD of it. Like, there's not much. This is the day chart. Like, if I go to the week chart too, it's just been climbing. This looks like gold. Yeah, long term is hold. Long term is what crypto's for, in my opinion. You can day trade crypto. There's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people that do it. I just don't like the market structure of it. Same with gold. Gold and Bitcoin, I'm just not a fan. Where's GBP AUD at? Oh, we can get rid of this from the other day. That certainly hit TP3. Oh, we trade that one yesterday, right? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. We need to find the next zone here. So let's head out to the day chart. Oh, boy. Your next zone is really... It's already past it. It's already past it. It's already past it, in my opinion. So your next zone that you're looking at is realistically kind of down here. That's your next zone. No, I would say they're not the same. Yeah, I don't know who Trade by Sai is, but hey, if he's got a profitable system, that's always good. You know what I mean? If you're profitable, you're profitable. Can't deny that. Yeah, it looks like it is. I'm looking at that right now. It certainly does look like it is. They both do. I mean, I'm looking at the 4-hour chart right here too. No resistance in sight. A lot of pips to go. 156. And then you said you're looking at what? Euro AUD? We can certainly take a look at that. At least this one has. Yes. Yeah, that was a trade that you and I talked about earlier on our call. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, this should go for, hopefully to the zone, for another 60 pips. You still in that trade, Miguel? Yeah, massive FVG being upheld right here too. So that's always good. When you see this, rejection on the 1 hour for 10 hours, 10 bars of rejection on this, that's a good sign. Obviously, we want to see it break the lows, retest, and go back down. That's ideal for us. But again, this one meets all of our requirements too. This one meets all of our rules as well. Yes, it did. It came up to try that EMA ribbon and completely went the other way. Epic Clip, what's going on? How are you? Telling you, the market's a little weird tonight, guys. Always after NFP. It's just weird. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing all right. Thanks for joining. How do I find the zones, Yad? You go to the 4-hour time frame. Oops, sorry. You go to the 4-hour time frame, and you mark out your highs and your lows. And then you go to the 1-hour time frame, and you do the same. I don't have any 1 hours here because we pretty much traded between these 4-hour time frames. Nice. Nice, 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 Miguel. The charts are a little nasty tonight. So far, the one I like the best is GBP AUD. And on all fronts, this is a sell. We're about to get a new candle. I wonder what the 15 looks like here. I'm glad the signal worked. You took it on the 4. Did you get the buy or the sell signal on the 4 or the 1 hour? I think you said the 1, right? It's a solid candle close right there. Yeah, let's see what this does. See if we get some retracement here. See if this fair value gap holds. Nice, Kilo Caesar. You made $2 grand. Good. That's awesome. Love to see other people making money. It's always good. So your AUD CAD trade. Remember, I don't remember who was talking about that earlier. That was Mark Relf. You were talking about that earlier. Looks like a solid trade. Again, there's Plenty of room to be had, too. 69 pips is always nice. I stream 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. I don't trade Fridays. There's absolutely no reason to trade Fridays. Most traders are dumping off. This platform is called TradingView. Michael Wagner. But yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, this market is pretty shit right now. Web 2 Milli, this is AUD CAD is actually what we're looking at specifically right now. But foreign exchange markets on a broader scale. Yes, it does. You are correct with that, JV Joe. Yeah, sometimes you got to remark. I remark pretty much once every 2 days, especially if one gets broken or retested. I'll remark, but most of my like bars have been here. Like this has been here since the beginning of December. Weta, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. It works on pretty much everything. The only thing I caution you is that with crypto, there's not as much market structure. Essentially, crypto is a stock, but the market structure and the price action of crypto is not the same as foreign exchange trading. It has several other factors that can either catapult it or degrade the cost of it, or the price of it, I should say. So, when it comes to it, I would just be careful. Also, a lot of brokers, like if you're trading on, there was something on Phantom Wallet that allowed you to transfer money into Jupiter.ai. You could trade at like 1,000 leverage, like 10,000 leverage. You just got to be careful. Yeah, yeah, they charge you too to hold over the weekend. Yes, if it gaps against you, you're done for. How does one trade Forex? You just open a trading account and click buy or sell based off your rules. We have 4 very, very solid rules that we use. Yeah, on my website. And I don't really push this stuff, guys, because as you can see, it comes. The questions come in themselves. Like, I don't need to sit here and try and sell you. I'm going to sit here and talk for free and ask you guys and let you guys ask me questions. I'll tell you what I think. I'm showing you live what I'm going to trade. But people do ask, people do want access to it. Tradingwithmatt.ai. That is where you can get that. Yes, yeah, all of that applies. It's the exact same thing. Price action is price action. Candlestick patterns are candlestick patterns. Market structure is market structure. You are correct. I am, but some people want trades when I'm not streaming. I only stream Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 7 p.m. until we either get in a trade and stay in it, or we decide the markets aren't worth anything. Some people want one-on-one training, one-on-one meetings. So there's quite a few people in this chat right now that have done that. Have access to market VIP market talks where we go over the market, trade charts back and forth, talk. So it's very valuable to some people. Again, you might not find value in something that someone else does. Yeah, so it's not 24/7, it's 23/6. So 23 hours of the day you can trade the foreign exchange market, and 6 days a week. from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the markets close each day. And then at 5 p.m. on Friday to roughly 6 p.m. on Sunday, the markets are closed. But we trade Sunday market open. Sunday market open has been some of our best trades too, because you get gap downs or gap ups for market open, and it's a little bit easier to read the charts, especially if you've seen a gap down consistently. You pretty much know what it does. Yeah, it is wild that you can trade that kind of leverage. But Jupiter.ag is what it's called, I believe. They let you trade with extreme leverage. Nice, man. Nice, Kilo. Like I said, there's many different ways to make money in the markets. My personal experience has been, the foreign exchange markets have been my friend. They follow my structure and my rules and my system the most out of everything. So that's what I stick with. But if you have a system that works in crypto, or you have a system that works in futures, or you have a system that works in options, yeah, they're all good. You also can't trade options. Well, you can, but you can trade foreign exchange at 1 to 500. Like 1 to 500. Some brokers let you trade at 1 to 1,000. I just like the overall structure of it again. But each person's got their own different, methods and reasoning for what they trade. That's totally fine. Yeah, I agree with you there, Miguel. 100%. Euro CHF completely came back down. GBP USD closed bullish. GBP CAD closed bullish. CAD JPY, go figure, closed bearish. Danny, I don't trade gold, to be quite honest with you, but if you wanted me to look at it, it's at a very key zone right now. It's at a key support dating back to Friday the 30th of January, so about 11 days ago. If it breaks this and continues to break this, you should see the next zone. If not, you're probably going to see the previous zone. Looking at this, you're on an uptrend with consolidation at gold at 5,091. You've had consolidation pretty much for 2 days and 20 hours there. Yeah, no problem there, football. Appreciate you joining. You're trading. So foreign exchange, you're just trading currencies against each other. So first is GBP AUD. We're trading the Great British Pound to the Australian dollar. Naphtali, what's going on, man? The US dollar to the Japanese yen is what you're trading when you're trading that. And there's a price associated with that. And the price is on the screen right here. These are prices right here, price levels. I couldn't care about the price. I care about what the market is showing. So if you have ever learned price action or market structure or any kind of candlestick patterns, you'll know that really all that matters is can you read that or not. Obviously, there's catalysts like news and geopolitical things that affect these currencies, but in the most place, It says it right here on the side. Click on any pair. It'll tell you the price difference. You know, it'll tell you right here. Oops. I'm liking these GBP AUD sells. GBP AUD and what was the other one? Yeah, I see that. I see that. It did indeed. What was the other one I was looking at? CAD JPY? Yeah, AUD CAD, I know. I know that one. Again, I still need to see it break highs and then retest. Laptop recommendation? If you're trading, I mean, it depends what your budget is. If you don't have a budget, I really would suggest getting a MacBook. But I'm trading on a massive PC setup right now, like multiple monitors. I've really never been a PC guy until a couple years ago, but for laptop purposes, there's nothing better than a MacBook in my opinion. Robo Washun. It's an indicator. Yep, agree with you there. Yeah, I just think any of the MacBook Airs overheat very easily when used for long periods of time. Let's take a look at what our zones would be here. Nah, the only thing that's going to affect that is what kind of account you have with your broker. Now, if you want to talk about internet connection, if you have a shitty internet connection, that could certainly do it. But, I mean, most processors nowadays, the processor in my iPhone 17 Pro Max is good enough to execute it instantaneous. Your broker has to do with what your slippage would be. Your zones are kind of wild here. Hold on. So your first zone would be here. Your second zone is going to be right around there. Third zone, right around here. And your fourth zone is going to be right around there. So your first take profit, if we were to get in this trade, would be roughly 23 pips. So I like the GBP AUD trade though, the best probably out of all of them. You're good. Long story short, Web 2 family, essentially you're buying one pair while shorting the other. You're betting that one is betting is a horrible word. You're taking a calculated risk that one is going up versus the other. You're essentially pitting two pairs against each other and saying, okay, I think that the Great British Pound is going to be going up in value versus the value of the Australian dollar. So that's what you're analyzing. Now, what we're looking at are charts, though. So I don't really care. It's important to fundamentally understand what you're trading. Would 100% agree with you. Very important to fundamentally understand what you're trading. However, if you're just looking at charts and simply using price action and market structure, doesn't really matter. you do need to know which one's going verse. Like if the US dollar goes up, typically the euro goes down. If gold goes up, typically the US dollar goes down. So there are pairs that correlate and pairs that don't correlate. Nice. Correct. Essentially. Yeah, in lamest terms, yes. But yeah, the movement here is extremely sluggish. And again, this happens. Like I told you guys, I will never force a trade. And this is what happens after NFP. How many people do you think got liquidated on that NFP candle today? Out of all the traders in the world, all the people that are sitting on their laptops trying to make money or their computers trying to make money, how many people do you think... Here, I'll even take my indicator off just so we can see the severity of this. How many people do you think got liquidated off of this 184 pip candle? So yeah, volume is down. Because you had a candle like that today where if you bought or sold, you got absolutely stopped out. It's just the truth. Recently, it's been less. Recently, it's been between an hour and 2 hours, but our average is 4 to 7 hours is how long we keep trades open for. I say we, I mean I, but we're a community here, so that's why I refer to it as we, because we've created a really nice community here of really good guys and girls. Market is just very, very blah tonight. Glad we didn't touch CAD. Glad we didn't touch Euro USD. I mean, you look at these charts, and, you know, we're looking at naked charts right now with no indicator on it. You can even tell, like, I would still be able to trade without it. You know what I mean? Like, so here's a zone right here for you. It was a resistance here. I should say support. It was a support over here, and it's now a resistance here. So we had a break of structure, a retest of the zone, and now it's driving back down. That's the only reason that I really like this trade, is that we could go for 50 pips, and I think we will, to be quite honest with you. This is the only trade, this one and that GBP AUD trade is really the only ones that I'd look at seriously as of right now. But you don't want a GBP pair doing the two opposite things. So you have a sell here and a buy here. I don't like that. I would like all my GBP pairs to be selling. You have a little bit of conflicting evidence there. I just don't like that GBP CAD and GBP USD are buying and GBP AUD is selling. I like to keep them. It's like another safety net to have all of the GBP pairs doing one thing. Web 2 family, you've been trying to understand that for 6 months. That's okay. See, it's funny you say that because crypto is actually new and foreign exchange has been around for a lot longer. I just don't like the conflicting evidence. This one still did not do what we wanted. It ended up actually coming back down here. Euro USD starting to flip on us. What's this 15-minute look like? It is contingent on the opposing pair. However, on a global scale, if the Great British Pound is doing well, theoretically it should be doing well against all the pairs. Unless you had news about specifically the Australian dollar that was tanking the Australian dollar and making the Great British Pound stronger than it. So there's two sides of that coin. I would just, for safety net and peace of mind, I don't like to trade them when they're going in two different directions. I'd rather the pair be dominating in the direction that I want it going. That meets all four of our confirmations, and that pair also be dominating. But yes, you are right. It does depend on the pair, the opposing pair. But again, there's certain ways that I would rather it be. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Tell you what, we did get a sell on USD JPY on the 15-minute. How much does it have left here? 80 pips. Wow, that's a ton. It's a ton of pips. If anybody else has a chart they want me to look at, let me know. But I am not liking any of this price action tonight. 5 Box Entertainment. This is my personal indicator. See how it says Matt strategy up here? This is trading with Matt Pro, buy and sell. It's based off the 4 rules that I use to trade, and that's when it prints the signals based off the 4 rules that I've been using to trade. Yeah, one economy, currency. It's essentially going to be the same thing. Pips. Pips are what we use. Liam? That is a unit of measurement. I got a guy, you know. His name's Henry. He's actually really good. He's really, really good. Yeah, Henry. His name's Henry. The guy that coded my strategy. He knows what he's doing. Pips and lots, baby. You got it. A lot of movement coming into this 15 minutes. Whew, and there it went. There it went. Yeah, Euro AUD. Yes, it is. Good. So ideally, we get some retracement here on the 15 minute. And then we ride this down. So it broke structure, guys. It broke the previous lows. We rejected the previous highs. We have a breakout to the downside. We have a breakout to the downside here, and we already drew out our take profit levels. Yeah, no, I understand there, man. There's definitely ways of looking at it. DigiWorld, what's going on? Good to see you back here again, DigiWorld. It's going good, man. My AirPods died, so now I'm wearing my big gaming headphones. That's the only negative about tonight. My AirPods died. Speaking of, I should probably charge those. Flowers lady, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Look at the 1 hour here. How many pips is this to the top of this zone? 40 pips. We're not in a trade. We're looking to get into one. If we were to get into one, this is what it would look like. That's what it would look like right there. It depends. Typically, I aim for 15 to 20, but we had one the other day that went for 73. Again, we take what the market gives us. So, like for this one, our TP1 is roughly... Oops, sorry. Our TP1 is roughly 44 pips. It's just what the market's giving us. Like, we're going back historically and looking what these key levels are. And, you know, you take the calculated risk that the chart's going to move toward a next key level. How many pips away that next key level is just dependent on the chart. So we're not trying to manipulate the markets. We're just trying to figure out what they're doing. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not really liking much tonight. That is the only thing I was going to consider taking. Could look at Euro CHF buys. You could look at Euro USD sells. Let's look at the 4 hour. Like I said, I just won't force a trade. There's no reason to. I don't see this dropping off for 4, 8, 12, 16 straight hours. I just don't. If you were to get in a long here, your stop loss would be right there. Your take profits are going to be up here. If you were to get in a long there, you're looking at for TP1 15, TP2 27, TP3 50, TP4 66. I'm not loving the price action on these. It works. It certainly does. You're, oh yeah, what were you in? Euro AUD, right? Nice. Even with the news candle, huh? Good. I'm glad to hear you got it working, Miguel. What does the day look like on this? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like any of these trades tonight. The only one I'd consider taking is this GBP AUD sell. The only thing that I like is this GBP AUD sell. And I still need to see something more out of it. I don't trade the NASDAQ. I don't trade any New York session, really. Sometimes I do once a week in the foreign exchange markets, but I don't trade anything on the NASDAQ, NAS 100, NQ, US 100. But I think that's it for me for tonight, guys. I hope everybody at least learned something. I appreciate everyone tuning in that normally does, and all the new people we have. Yeah, it's been a long one, and it's a very interesting market right now. Like I said, I don't mind taking this trade here. I'd like to see it come up and retest to make sure that we're not re-breaking these lows and coming back up. So that's what we'll wait for. Hopefully you guys are in the I do use my broker to execute, JV Joe. My broker's over here. It's on this screen. My broker doesn't hook up to TradingView because my broker's based out of Australia. No problem, Mark. I appreciate you guys. As always, we'll end with some claps here. I don't think I'm trading tonight, but if you guys are in the Telegram, the Discord, make sure you're in the Discord. It's pinned comment. I will send the signal out if I do end up taking it. Thank you, Jose, for joining. I will send the signal out if we do end up taking something, but as of right now, price action isn't good enough for me to get in anything, and I don't think the next 30 minutes is going to change that. I think it's going to be at least another hour and a half. Hopefully I see some of you guys back here soon, some of the new people, and then the trading with Matt crew that we've consistently had for the past 2 months. I appreciate you guys. Sydney, thank you. Adele, thank you. Miguel, Mark, Joe, Kimu, Flowers Lady, DigiWorld. I almost said Nightbot. Web2 Family, Kosha, Kilo Caesar. Everybody, thank you guys. Hope you have a great night.